I just knew with college and this universe that anything sexual was going to be wild.
Oh, I was so scared about that.
I mean, getting prepared, just finding the positioning for the quick little sex scene that I have in 4 took a long time.
Yeah.
And I was very sore afterwards.
Oh my God. I
was lifting myself up on a bed.
Es el lugar adecuado para mí. Pertenezco aquí. Te puedo garantizar algo. Vemos cosas en ti que tal vez tú no ves.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Gabriella.
Oops.
Oh, the God you.
You know.
Yes, everything
Yes, I
you
love
did,
it.
beat the boys.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
your space. So cute.
Thank you. I did what I had to with the pandemic, so
Yeah.
here we are.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. First off, congratulations on this show. I love it. I couldn't stop watching it. So good. And Jess, I would like to start with you because I feel like when we meet Marie, it kind of shocks us. You know, like her power is just not that cool. To be honest, when you see it,
Whoa,
like,
Gabrielle.
would I want to have that?
No, straight up.
But I feel like as the show develops, you get to love it, you know? And I wanted to know, how was your experience with that? Did you also get to see the good side of it as it went through?
No, that's a great question. I agree completely, you know, because at the beginning, it's like the worst possible thing ever happens to her. So she's like, what? This power sucks. But then also that she has to hurt herself every time to use it. Like, it's very impractical. Her hands are all scarred up. You can only pull so much blood from yourself before you get dizzy. And so, yeah, for me as a fan, getting to watch her power evolve and her be able to gather power from other places was really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And well, for us as audience members as well, like I think at the end of Gen V, we all were like, yes, that's a cool power, actually.
Esto es más grande que nosotros. Debemos hacer lo correcto. Esta es tu oportunidad de poder real.
Don't mind, guys, but Emma is my favorite character, of course.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you so
Wow.
much. We love throwing shade.
She's a great character.
Best character.
It is a great character, and what I love about her is that, you know, she starts out not really loving her power, but as we get to see her and to see the development of this character, we kind of understand why she got that one. Was it the same for you? Did you learn to love what she had to do in this show?
The moment I read her and I started crafting her, I loved her. You know, there was never, as an artist, I never like to judge my characters, but it's so interesting. Emma's journey is like she begins with wearing a lot of masks to feel loved. And as you go through the journey, you see the masks start to shed and she realizes her true potential. And I think that's so relatable to everyone out there, including myself. And I love her very much, yes.
Yeah, well, I love her too, but I'm not her. So I have that right to say. And Asa, I also love I love all of your characters. I'm not gonna lie, I love the show. But you don't believe me anymore.
Don't try to backpedal now. We already know.
No,
Emma's
we have
your
a thing
favorite.
going on.
No, I don't blame you.
Sorry, girls stick together. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
girls stick together.
That's the way.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I get it.
I became
Anyway, so I love all of your characters, like I said, and I really need to ask you this because I love how we sort of get to see how Sam's mind works. And I wanted to ask you, what was the key to step into that mindset? And also, what's the explanation behind the puppets? I need to know.
That's such a good question. Honestly, I don't know what the explanation is behind the puppets, but I know, I feel the same way. Huge shout out to Colin Penman, who personally created all of those puppets and did such a fantastic job with it. And we also had a number of puppet masters who were operating the puppets in those scenes, the incredible puppet fight sequence that you see in the 5th episode, and then when Puppet Emma comes in the drive-in in episode 106, that was really fun. Yeah, to answer the first part of your question, stepping into that mindset, I think is it's, you know, you're so aided. I feel so aided as an actor by the people that I'm working with and by the environment that's created on set. I mean, you have these really elaborate, incredible spaces that you can work in, and you have actual puppets around you. So that definitely helps. I don't want to take too much credit.
When puppets are always around, it makes everything better.
Yeah, when puppets are around, it makes everything better.
Can I ask a question? Is that weird? Like, I think, is it because you see puppets because, like, from your emotional state, like, at high state, what? That's how I read it. Do you know?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think that what Lizzie's saying is definitely true. That Sam is kind of there's an element of stunted growth there emotionally and mentally, and the puppets definitely play into that. I mean, you see it when you have obviously Jason Ritter, who is my imaginary friend, pop in, and the Deep.
And the Deep.
And the Deep.
Yeah, cameo.
Talking gills.
Like you guys, the Deep might be the word, like the character I hated the most throughout my life. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Golden Boy, who's a lovable character. And Patrick, I wanted to ask you, obviously us as audience members know the fate of this character from the beginning, and then we sort of get to know him. How was your experience getting to know him? Did you learn what was going to happen first, or how was the process?
Honestly, I didn't know much of about the character or what was to come when I was doing the auditioning phases and talking to the showrunners and producers. I knew that his time was short, that he was only going to be in a certain amount of episodes, and that the bulk was going to be in episode 1. But I didn't read the pilot or the other episodes until I was getting ready to actually go and film. And then I didn't even read the other episodes that I wasn't in. I didn't get access to them. Yeah.
Es cuestión de tiempo para que descubran todo lo que hacemos aquí.
London, Derek, you both are so perfectly synchronized in this performance. I'm curious whether or not you reach a point where you kind of see each other in each other's performance. Do you see yourselves in the other person?
I would definitely say so.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think the one where I really noticed, at least for myself, when I was watching, when I opened the door and to reveal my parents, and I make that face, I'm like, that's a London face. I've just picked that up from watching London. So that was where I really saw it. When I was like, oh, that's a London thing.
That's funny. That's one of my favorite moments
I
in
love
the show.
that. You look so cute.
Yeah, and you're
Your
just
all
like,
messy.
where are you?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I started trying to walk like Derek, and then I started just walking like Derek.
Yeah.
And I mean, we just had a lot of stuff in common just to start with, though.
We just ended up taking on each other's personalities naturally.
So in sync,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Are you now those friends who dress up as the same color, who show up like dressing the same and looking the same when you show up to parties?
Yeah, well, I thought that this is what we were wearing, but
I thought
That
we were on
this
board
is
with
what
the
you were
skirt.
wearing.
Estás súper dañada. Y yo también.
Obviously, I feel like here that this is a show from the boys' universe. It can be both like very exciting and shocking. So this question is for the three of you. What was that one thing you were really excited to get your hands on from this universe? But what was that one thing that really made you nervous because you knew it was going to be hard?
The thing that I was scared about and then ended up being so much harder than I thought it would be was the fight with the Invisible Man. In episode 8, that it was like the hardest thing ever because I have to like hit all of the choreography, which I learned that day. I have to like know all my lines, hit the emotional beats, and also pretend like I'm getting the shit beat out of me by myself. So that one was like a crazy balancing act for me.
I just knew with college and this universe that anything sexual was going to be wild.
Oh, I was so scared about that.
I mean, getting prepared, just finding the positioning for the quick little sex scene that I have in 4 took a long time.
Yeah.
And I was very sore afterwards.
Oh my God.
I was lifting myself up on a bed.
You know, it's so interesting. This is my first show as a series regular, so I was very scared. You know, when I live under a rock, so I didn't know what The Boys was or is when I was cast, but so I was just excited someone said yes. But the moment, you know, I watched The Boys and saw the caliber of talent and brilliant storytelling on that show, the excitement quickly turned into like severe panic. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Because, you know, I had to prove to myself I could do a television show. So I think the whole time I was nervous. There was never a moment where I didn't have butterflies. I don't know, that's a really bad answer, but I was scared the whole time.
No. Hell, you can make it a TV show. You nailed it. You all nailed it. Thank you so much for your time. It was such a pleasure talking to you. And I hope to see more of Gen V soon.
Great to meet
Awesome.
you. Thank you so much.
Have a great time.